Hey guys, how are you today? Today is January 11th, and today we're going to talk about a really interesting topic that one of my clients who I just got off the phone with, who did a session with me for an hour, said that I thought was amazing. She said, we do not know how to advocate for ourselves at the doctor's office. So if you want to learn how to prepare yourself to go to the doctor, if you think you have the virus, and need more clarity, or you feel like your doctor, like you got some new symptoms and you want to explain it to try to get, more information, this video is going to help you tremendous. If you know anybody who need this, if you know any doctors, if you know anybody in like any of that, this is going to be a video you want to share with them. So 1 second, I come back and I'm going to help y'all with it. Alright guys, so I am back. As we know, this video is about how to advocate for yourself at the doctor's office. How do I advocate for myself? My name is Belize Spivey. I am the STD Life Coach. I help African American women overcome the stigma of herpes. This is vital for us. Number one, if you are African American woman, or you consider you're a woman of being a minority of any sort of a different culture or a different country, it's very difficult for us. Number one, because the communities or the services offered to us don't respect the fact that we have a voice. And sadly to say, we are heavily affected, and we are the ones who are being affected, but they're not serving us like we're the ones being affected. So with that being said, you have to know how to advocate for yourself and demand what you deserve. So the way to do that, I'm going to talk about 3 ways to do it. The first way is going to be if you think you have herpes. If you believe you have herpes, let me give you some information. Herpes is a STD, quote unquote. They don't like to say it's an STD. That's the reason why it's not included in the STD testing. Number one, it's not included in the STD testing because herpes can be passed by kissing. Kissing is not considered a STD. It's not considered a way to get an STD. It's really just intimacy. Like, it's something that we do just to say I like you or whatever, or family or things like that. They don't want to say that herpes is fully a STD at times, or put it on the STD panel, because what if your child who is 4 pop up and say they have STD? You're going to trip out because you assume that your child had sex, and that's not the case. They could have kissed their grandma, kissed their aunt, or kissed you, and you never knew you had cold sores. Okay, or that stuff, that little bumper one that come on your lip and you're like, oh my god, or the cracks on the side of your lips. Some people get that. That can be a form of herpes too, guys. So it's very important for us to understand that they didn't want to do that and scare us to death. So they just kind of like, okay, if you bring it up, then we'll do something about it, okay? So as much as we get mad at them, we got to understand they didn't want to create an uproar, because at the end of the day, it's like, I prefer them to ask for a test because they did their research to figure out if that's what it was. Or, that's pretty much. They want to see if you're going to do your research to assume and ask them to test you. So you have to ask to get tested for herpes. So don't go in there thinking they're going to test you just because. No, you need to go in there and say it. So for my individual who believe that they have herpes, you need to go when you have your first line of symptoms. So if you having a blister right now, having any cuts, having any itching, burning, anything, you need to go get tested ASP. It's most vital to go soon as you see it. Because if you're going to get a swab, in the first 72 hours is most important to get it. Because after that, it's starting to heal. And now they cannot pick enough antibodies up to know if you got the virus now. So you can say that you know you have herpes, but you'll go and get tested and they say, no, you don't have herpes, because they can't pick it up enough. But you've seen the symptoms. You had an outbreak. So it's very important to go soon as you go. So for my individuals who are sitting and watching this video say, I'm scared to go get a test, shut up and go get tested. Because at the end of the day, you need to know what it is. It's so many other things out here. We have HPV. It's so many different forms of HPV, guys, that is out here. It's so many different STDs that you have no clue exists. It's rare stuff out here, and you do not want to assume because you went on Google. Okay, yes, Google made you realize that that's probably what it is, but you need to go get tested, confirmed, because it could be something you can get rid of and you don't even know it. Okay, so stop being so scary, because you just don't want to know. You not knowing is not going to change the fact that you're in pain. Okay, so it's important that you get tested within the first 72 hours that you have that situation. Now, after you go in, you're going to be honest and you're going to be candid. When you write that paper and they say what's going on, you're going to say, hey, I'm having blisters or cuts or something in my genital area. Explain to detail. Stop being so scared. Their job, they see vaginas all day. They see penises all day. They see hearts if you go to the ER all day. They see gushing blood. They are not fazed about your vagina or your penis or your booty. They are not moved. So don't feel like they care. They really don't. They really just want to serve you so they can take their butt home and do what they do at their house. So just tell them so they can go ahead and do their job. So you'll be candid. Now, for example, if you go to the ER and they ask you, what's the situation? And you can simply say, I prefer to write it. Okay, that's advocating for yourself. Do not stand in the ER or doctor's office and say out loud what your symptoms are. You don't have to. You don't have to. I hate that they ask that question when there's other people in the room because it gets HIPAA. Okay? Nobody's supposed to be knowing what's going on. I didn't come in here to tell the whole office what I got going on. So if they ask you that question, I said, I do not feel comfortable. Can I come in the back? Or I'm going to write down what my symptoms are, and you're going to go from there to bring me to the back. So most importantly, guys, do not let them pressure you in believing that you got to say your symptoms out loud. You don't. That's why they got the paper to make you write it. So just tell them, I will write it down and I will give it to you what's going on with me. And she's going to say, well, I prefer if you tell me. You say, I don't have to. This against HIPAA. I don't have to open up out here and tell you anything. And she's going to back up. And she's going to say, you're right. Write it down. And then we'll go from there. Okay. First level of app. No HIPAA, y'all. When I do this video at the end, I'm going to put the HIPAA laws so y'all can read HIPAA. When y'all get those papers, it's very important what you read it. Because sometimes in HIPAA, they're asking if they can call you with your results. Okay. They're asking if they can call you with your results, or they can send it through a portal or anything like that. My whole thing is nobody want to get no call saying they got an STD. They want to ask to come in the office or tell you to go to your portal and then set up an appointment. Be careful because you don't realize that they're doing this stuff so it can benefit them. Okay? And they cannot get sued by HIPAA and get shut down. Okay? So make sure you read the HIPAA laws when it comes through there. Okay? So when you do that, you go in, you go back, and you dealing with the nurse. It's just you and that nurse in that room. If it's a doctor in the room, if it's an assistant in the room, it doesn't matter. Tell what's going on. Go to detail, guys. This happened, that happened. Stop thinking they care. They don't. They just want you to tell the symptoms so you can find out what's going on. In the process, while you're telling, if you feel uncomfortable or if you feel like they're being rude, anything like that, after getting your service, report it. Before you leave there, find their supervisor and you do a report instantly. Don't wait till you get home. Do that report. Say, hey, you go back to the front. You talk to whoever the census is and say, hey, how do I do a report? Okay? Or, hey, can I talk to the office manager? Or, hey, can I talk to the unit nurse? Or can I talk to the main physician on the floor? Gotcha? So then when you talk to them, you tell them what's going on. And then on top of that, after reporting it, then you call the establishment. Whoever owns the location, find out who the owner is and talk to the owner as well. If it's the hospital, you need to call the main office of the hospital and report it in the hospital, because many times it will happen on the floor and they'll cover it up and act like it didn't happen and say, oh yeah, I'm going to do something, but it's going to fall back on them sometimes because they are the supervisor on the floor and they don't want to do a big report like that because it's going to fall all the way down. That means that they're not making sure their teammates or their colleagues are doing the right things in these rooms, and they're not training properly. So they're going to feel like they're going to get in trouble and they're going to get crucified for it. So they will go to them and say, yeah, I'm going to do something about it. I apologize. Apologies is bull crap when you just made me feel like crap and you just told everybody in here my business. That's not cool. All right. So you'll tell them everything. Like I said, if you feel uncomfortable, they do something wrong, before you leave there, you talk to the head person on the floor, you get their name, and you get any type of numbers. You put the date down, you put the time down, anything that you can remember. But most important, remember the name of your nurses, anybody who was in the room. Remember the name of the doctor or whoever in head that you talked to. So if you went to go talk to the receptionist, say, I talked to Keisha. After I talked to Keisha, I end up talking to Maria. Maria told me this, that, and this and that. And Maria said she's going to do this, and this and that. And then you go over their head and you take it to the big boys. Okay? And that's when you're going to get some things changed. Okay? If they don't want to do something, you take it even farther. And you can go to a lawyer. Okay? You can go that far. If you feel like it just, you want to go that far. You have the ability if you're feeling traumatized. Okay? So, do that. You report it, things of that nature. That's it. That's for my individuals who want to find out. Also, that's just that portal. So, for example, I'm going to use some examples to kind of give y'all scenarios. So, first scenario, you go into the doctor's office, you tell them your symptoms, they look at it and they say, I don't believe that is. And they say, well, we're not going to do anything. Lies. What you're going to do, you're going to give me a blood test. Education is key with herpes. If you're not educated, you're going to lose, and you will never know your status. After 20 years, you're going to get outbreaks back to back, and you're never going to go back to the doctor because you're like, 3 doctors told me I don't have herpes, but you're having outbreaks. Boo, you got herpes. You doctors just don't care enough, and you're not advocating for yourself to do what you need to do to push them to do the work. So with that being said, if they tell you, I don't think that's what it is, well, it's not nothing to do. You say, no, you're going to swab it, and then after that, you're going to give me a blood test. And they're going to say, no, we're not going to. Yes, you are. If you're not going to do it, I'm going to report you for neglect. It sounds like you're pimping them, but you got to make them do the work. Like at the end of the day, if I come into the doctor, you're not going to tell me you're not going to do something and I have lesions and I have symptoms, especially if you have ongoing looking symptoms. It ain't no excuse they can give you to state, I'm not serving you. So you tell them, no, I am very aware, and I'm not telling you give the attitude, but you got to be you got to tell them, and you got to be candid to say, I know my stuff. You're like, no, I have this, swab it. I want you to swab it, and I also want to take a blood test because I'm very aware that it's multiple tests. I know it's an IgM, and I know it's an IgG, and I know it's a Western blot, and I know all of these things. So I understand that you believe that that's the case, but based off my symptoms, it looks like I have herpes. And when you swab it or do blood, please run it for all STDs. And I mean herpes, gonorrhea, chlamydia, HPV, anything that you can think of, please run it for that. And they're going to look at you like, okay. So then after that, they're going to walk out. They're going to tell you take your clothes off. After you take your clothes off, they're going to swab it. It hurts sometimes depending on who do it. They're going to swab it, and they're going to come back. The nurse is going to take a couple of tubes of blood from you. In that process, somebody else may come back in the room and say, okay, you know, it's going to take us a week to 2 weeks to give you the test results. And you want to confirm this. How are y'all going to tell me my test results? Are you going to call me? Are you going to put it in a portal? How are you going to communicate with me? Verbally hear them say how they're going to communicate. Because like I said, most of us do not read those papers that they give us because you're just ready to get in the office. So also hear it verbally. Okay? So what they're going to do pertaining to your test results and how long it's going to take. So after that time goes, and if they properly do what they say they're going to do, you get your test results, blah, blah, blah. You find out what happened. There. You have advocated for yourself. For my individuals who go in and you don't have any symptoms, but you know your partner or who you're messing with have herpes or just told you to have herpes, they really don't want to help you, okay? So you really going to have to pull, you're going to have to put, I know my crap and I'm not playing with you, or you walk out the office and say, don't send me no copay. I'm going to call my insurance and say, no, because at the end of the day, you did not serve me. And do that too, because you need to tell them, you're not going to get my money and you did not do nothing for me. And they just want to copay sometimes. And they believe just because you talk to a nurse that you give, I ain't even talked to the doctor yet. No, you are not doing that. So you'll go in and you'll tell them the same situation. They're going to ask you, what's your situation? You're going to go and you say, no, I don't want to say it out loud. I'm going to write it. You write it. You go back to the back. You're going to talk to the nurse. The nurse is going to tell you the situation. You're going to go very candidly tell them everything that's going on. I was with such and such. She told me this. She told me she had herpes. She found out her test. I want to come and confirm that I don't have the virus. They're going to ask you, do you have any symptoms? You're going to say, not that I am aware of. I'm sure I know you have burning, itching, you know, and name it off. I haven't had any burning. I haven't had any itching. And if you have any bumps, I said, I do have a small bump, but it doesn't hurt. Or I this and this and that. I do have aching in my legs. I do have tingling. I've been kind of under the weather. I do feel like I got the flu. I've been having a lot of hit. Please describe anything that you're experiencing and stuff that you're not experiencing. This is where you got to know your stuff, because you can't go in there not knowing anything because you're not going to get anything. They're going to look at you like, oh, you ain't got herpes and we don't test for it here. They're lying. Yes, they do test for it there, and they don't test for it there. You need to go somewhere else that they do. So you'll tell all the symptoms that you have and symptoms that you don't have. And they're going to say, okay, cool. And then they should go ahead and send a nurse in to do the blood. Okay, and they're going to take that. In the process, just go ahead and get tested for everything. With your gonorrhea, chlamydia, HIV, HPV, things of that nature. Especially, you know, HPV cannot be women. HPV is vaginal. You know, you got to get a pap smear. Men, you cannot get tested for HPV. If they came out a new way, I don't know it yet, and I want to make sure I know. But if you know, if they came up with a test for men for HPV, please let me know. Because last time I checked, you cannot check men for HPV. So tell them that if they're going to pull the blood, just make sure to also run all that. And tell them I want the test to run as an IgM and an IgG. Because it could be a new infection or it can be an old infection. Say this because you need to know that you know your stuff. Because they're going to just run you with the first test today. It's the cheapest brand. And you may not find out they run you with an IgM. And the IgM ain't going to pick it up. And then turn around and later down the line you get tested and you do an IgG. And it's been on the IgG the whole time. IgM is so ineffective because it shows you when the virus is new. It shows you when the virus is most like it's prominent, it's new in your body. IgM lets you know if you had it for 12 to 16 weeks prior to your test. Okay, so you see a lot of people get a test and they say IgM is numbers and the IgG is not. It's because they did not have it for 12 to 16 weeks. They just got it. Okay, and then if your test say negative for IgM and it's saying your numbers are high in IgG, it's because you don't had it for 12 to 16 weeks. Got it? Those numbers up and down are just your antibodies responding to it in your body. Being high and being low, it makes you feel like, oh, the virus is high, I'm gonna get a lot of outbreaks. No, their antibodies are just antibodies. It's just your body producing these antibodies and your body's trying to fight it with whatever. So don't get caught up in the numbers. And most important is just knowing that the number is positive or negative. That's all that you need to know. If it's under, I think, a 1.1, I believe it's a 1.1. Don't question me. I think it is a 1.1. Is you negative, and anything above a 1.1, then you're positive. Okay. So with that being said, guys, it's very, 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 very important. Or I think it's not even 1.1. It may just even be a 1. But like I said, my mind is kind of going fast, so I can't. But I will put that information below with American Sexual Association because that's where I learned that information from. Okay, guys. So make sure to look in the comment section. I'm going to put that in the comment section so y'all know for sure the number that you're looking for pertaining to if you're positive, negative. Okay, because some labs do numbers and some labs do positive, negative. Okay, every lab is different. They don't all look the same, so don't assume that you can tell. And guys, I do offer the opportunity for me to read your labs and explain them, and it's only $10. I'm going to put up that link because I just came up with the idea. But just saying, I'll read them for you, but I got to take some time and you send it to me, and then we get on the phone within that time frame. So just know this. I'm going to have that on the link below. It'll be on here when I post the video. As y'all can see, I'm doing prepaid. This is a pre-recorded video, just for you to know. Prepaid. Pre-recorded. So with that being said, guys, that information is below for you to sign up for a quick 20-minute session on top of me doing your test results, and I will explain your test results in detail, and literally we'll do a video conference so I can explain like your test result says this and your test result is that, blah 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 blah. So now we can look at it and you can understand it because every test result is different. Every lab is different. Okay, so after that you'll tell them what type of blood test to take for you, and then once again you'll ask them, when will I receive my test and how? And you want to know that. Are you going to call me if I'm negative, or are you going to call me? Are you going to call me if I'm negative, and are you going to call me if I'm positive? Or you're not going to call me if I'm negative, or not call me? Like, are you going to put it in the portal? Are you going to send me an inbox or email telling me that it's in the portal? Do I need to call up here to make sure it's in the portal? You know, how do y'all function here? You want to know, so then you operate in their way and also know how to keep them accountable to doing what they say you're going to do. If they say it's going to be, you know, 5 to 10 business days, then you need to be counting down your business days. So make sure you get your stuff on time. Nobody got time for that. You're trying to see how your life may shift because of this STD, okay? Then I got my individuals who have herpes already, but you're having outrageous outbreaks and symptoms. For you, you need to go in and do the exact same thing. They are telling you, hey, what's going on? Tell them I'm writing it. I do not want to tell you I'm writing it. When you go to the back, you talk to your nurse. You come out. I have herpes, and I'm very aware. You guys diagnosed me here, or I got diagnosed somewhere else. I've been living with it for this amount of time. I am doing this, but my outbreaks are outrageous. How can you help me reduce my outbreaks? And then they're going to say, oh, we can up your medicine and all these things like that, okay? And then y'all will communicate what you believe is best for you pertaining to that. Whatever they give you, do it, and do it efficiently, like for 2, 2.5 months to make sure you see the difference. As I always tell you, you're having a lot of outbreaks is not pertaining to medicine or you got to learn your triggers. As soon as you learn what trigger your outbreak, and I got so many videos about that, you got to learn what trigger it. After you learn what trigger it, then you can control it. Medicine is not fully controlling herpes. You not triggering it is truly keeping you, and all you have to do is add medicine as a sealer to keep you from having outbreaks. And many people keep asking me about these cures and things that you see on Instagram. Instagram and also Facebook and also YouTube. YouTube, I see a lot of people talk about stuff, but if y'all listen to what they say, it sounds good to say a cure, but get you to come to you. But if y'all listen to what they say, they're really helping you reduce your outbreaks to nothing. That's it. I'm going to be honest. They're really just reducing your outbreaks and getting you to a point where you're not having outbreaks. And be honest, if you wasn't having outbreaks, herpes wouldn't bother you, right? A lot of say you want cure, but y'all really just don't want to have no outbreaks. You know, if you're not having no outbreaks, then you're not passing the virus, right? So don't that sound a little like a cure? All right, then. So with that being said, you will do what you need to do and know your triggers. But you can also go to the doctor if it's just getting bad, if the nerve pain is bad, if anything else is going to you and you feel like herpes is causing it. Tell your doctor and they're going to run tests. Same thing. Ask them how long it's going to take. You know, what do I need to do? And you go from there. If anybody, and this is for all three, if anybody in the office come out and literally address you pertaining to your medication and tell what the medication is in public, say your test results out in public, in front of people, I don't care if it's staff, I don't care if they address you and say, oh, if they say anything pertaining to your diagnosis in front of anybody other than behind closed doors, it's against HIPAA, and you're going to report them. So what you'll do is you'll get their name and you'll tell them, I did not appreciate that. That is against HIPAA. What is your name? And if they don't want to give it to you, they say it's okay, because I'm going to go to the front and I'm going to get your information. Now I want to see the manager now. Because at the end of the day, you got to put these health professionals under control. Like, they think they can do and say whatever they want to say, and it's wrong. Half of them are running their mouths. When you're at the hospital, they run their mouths not thinking that you're going to do nothing, or you hear it. It's against HIPAA. They don't supposed to talk to anybody about your condition other than your treatment. They shouldn't be talking about anything other than treating you, especially and only with the people who are working with you. If they're not talking about your treatment, they shouldn't be talking, okay? So that is just something I wanted to share with you guys. I hope this video helped you in so many ways pertaining to how you can advocate for yourself. Please share this video. I am not playing. I don't care if you're scared about herpes, but I want y'all to teach people how to advocate for themselves in so many ways. Guys, y'all already know I'm coming to Birmingham tomorrow. At 12 o'clock, we're going to eat at the Melt restaurant at 12. Come out. Get an opportunity to meet you guys in Birmingham. That's going to be really fun. Don't feel like you got to worry about it. I'm not going to wear a herpes shirt in front of everybody. Bring your children if you want to eat, but we're just going to go in and have a good time and eat some good food, okay? And then, y'all know I have the Overcoming Gathering Conference tour that's coming up. It's 2 days, as y'all know. Have two things going on. You have a private session with me for 30 minutes, and then you also have the full, like the 10 to 1 event where I will speak, a special guest will speak. We will learn how to disclose, where I will give y'all, literally have like an activity to learn how to disclose. I will also give y'all disclosure information and also give you more information on how to disclose and answer questions and things of that nature, so you will be offered that. Okay, there. So if you've been wanting to learn how to disclose and get in a room to learn, this is your opportunity. To be a part of that, it's $120. Okay, great deal. Not that not that expensive, guys. I have tickets available. I do have early bird on there. If you do the early bird, it's $95 for both. If you want to do them separate, you have the option. Go on there to look at the price for the option. But I really want y'all to take advantage of doing both. Doing both is going to be life-changing for both of you, because I handle all your problems, and then you get in a room with other people to support you through it, okay? And you can build a relationship. So it's in Atlanta first, and then the next city is in April, and that is going to be Durham, North Carolina, okay, guys? So just know I'm going to 7 cities a year. So it's Durham, North Carolina. Then after that is in May, it's going to be Huntsville, Alabama. In June, New Orleans, Louisiana. July is going to be Maryland, sorry y'all, it's gonna be Maryland, so DMV area, and then in August it's gonna be Tampa, Florida, and then October is going to be Houston. Okay, so Houston, Texas. So you guys all have all that information to go. That's going to be below as well. So make sure you sign up. Also, if you're a business owner, this is your opportunity to, if my target market is your market, most of my clients are women between the ages of 20 and like 45, almost 50. Women who are making between $25,000 to almost $100,000 depending on what their thing is. So I'm telling y'all this so you can make sure this person's in your target. These women are in your target, women of color. These women are from across the globe. So you have the opportunity to put your stuff in a swag bag. You will have the option. It's only $10. You'll mail the stuff to me. You will get the address after you make your payment on Eventbrite. I know it's fees on there, so only for my swag bag and my sponsors I will give you the option to do cash out. So I put that cash app down there. So if that's what you do, the only thing you need to do is in the note section put swag bag or sponsor, and also put your email so I can keep in contact you pertaining to what you need to send, how you need to send it, you know, any appreciation I want to give to you or anything like that. All right. So that's for my swag bag. So if you're a business owner, we fall within that, get it. For my sponsor, same thing. If my target market works for you, this is your option to get marketed on all my YouTube videos into the event. Literally, you have, my event is the 22nd and 23rd. You have 2 months and like almost 2 weeks. Well, not even 2 weeks, like 8 days, a little bit over 8 days. Well, it's 2 weeks. I'm right. You got 2 months and 2 weeks to be marketed on my YouTube. 2 months and 2 weeks to be marketed on all my lives. I do a live on, I'm starting to do a live on Instagram at 7 on Thursdays. I do a live on YouTube at 8 o'clock on Fridays. I'm doing lives in my support groups randomly throughout the week, and then I do lives on my regular page. You will also be added to the flyer which I'm working on, and on that flyer you'll be posted on there. You're going to be the only sponsor for that one event, so it's going first come first serve. So whoever signed up for the first one, they're going to be for Atlanta, and it's going boom 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 from then on. So you would not be able to have the ability to do all of it. Now if you want to pay all the money, I ain't knocking you. Get your opportunity. I ain't gonna knock you. If you want to do 2 cities, I will give you that option, but we need to communicate of how we're gonna do that, okay? So, and that's only for those people who really want to take the opportunity to be marketed for a long period of time. You will have to pay $250 for every city, okay? It's $250 for every city, because I will be marketing you for a longer period of time, okay? That's pretty much all the way through the year, so you will have to pay that same amount for the same, you know, for another city. Okay, so you'll have that option if it's products, books, hair products, because I love hair products. I am a natural girl. Hair accessories, makeup. Guys, I just started wearing lashes. I didn't have it on today. That, if you like lashes, makeup. I'm not a big makeup girl, so don't really send me makeup. Like lipsticks, I'll do a lipstick. Okay, jewelry, clothes, purses, sweaters, services, anything like that. This is your opportunity to get in front of your target market. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have a lot of people who follow me. My Instagram has over 10,000 people, and the engagement is starting to pick up because of my ads, which I'm still running a lot of ads. Okay. On top of that, my YouTube, I have 13K people who are on my YouTube, and I have an engagement of 2 million people who watch my videos. Like constantly, I'm having like over 100,000 plus people watching my videos in a month. So you have a great opportunity to get great exposure. On my email, I do have an email listing, but it's not as big as I do my active. But I do have like a couple hundred on my email listing, so I will send it through there. But a lot of my stuff is going to be on social media because that's where my people find me. Okay, so then my group is about 600 and something ladies in there. That's very small, but there's still some people to market to. And then my Facebook, I got almost 5,000 people on there who vary from business owners and all. So it's just not herpes. You may catch somebody who may not fall fully into your target market, or not, who don't have herpes but fall within your target market, who's interested in your product, and they would do that. So I will market the product. So I will wear the product, do something with the product. I will say in the beginning, hey, this video is sponsored by da 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 da. I give you your 30-minute spiel, and I put your information below everything that you provide to me, okay? And that will happen on all of those videos. For $250, you're getting a lifetime experience. Like, because I'm not getting rid of my videos. My videos are full of education, and I get paid off my videos. I'm not going to get rid of a video. So you got your opportunity to get marketed. As long as this YouTube thing is running, you are getting marketed, and customers are coming through me because my YouTube is growing more and more each and every day, and I'm going to get more exposure. So that's going to help you to get exposed. So if you want to take advantage of this opportunity, please do. Like I said, sponsors, Bad Swag Bag is the only one who can do cash out. All the information will be below. Make sure my people in Birmingham or close to Birmingham come out tomorrow at the Melt at 12 o'clock. If you're going to the, if you want to come to the Overcome and Gathering Conference, make sure you make the time. Get your ticket. It's some, you still got Event Bright information available. I mean, we still have early birds available. So go ahead and take advantage of that. And I can't wait to see you guys there. I love you guys and have a great weekend. Bye.